In this section, we will explain how the vandal used a device called a power probe to short-circuit the car's electrical systems and cause them to malfunction. A power probe is a tool that can test for continuity, polarity, voltage and ground signals in electrical circuits. It can also activate electronic components such as switches, relays and diodes. It consists of a transmitter that sends a signal into the circuit and a receiver that detects the signal and displays the results on an LED screen. The vandal used a power probe to damage the cars by inserting the transmitter's tip into the wiring harnesses of the vehicles and sending a high-voltage signal that overloaded the circuits. This caused the fuses to blow, the relays to burn out, and the electronic components to fail. The vandal also used the power probe to activate unwanted functions such as horns, lights, windows and locks, creating chaos and confusion among the car owners. The power probe also has a feature that allows users to find short circuits and open circuits by tracing the direction and distance of the signal. The vandal exploited this feature to locate vulnerable points in the wiring and create more damage. The power probe's receiver has an LED light that illuminates the work area, making it easier for the vandal to see what he was doing. The power probe is a useful tool for technicians and electricians who need to diagnose and repair electrical problems in vehicles. However, in the wrong hands, it can also be a dangerous weapon that can cause massive damage to hundreds of cars. The vandal's actions resulted in $500,000 in repair costs and left many car owners stranded and frustrated. The vandal had a simple but effective method of damaging cars. He would walk around parking lots and garages with a sharp object in his hand, such as a screwdriver or a knife, and scratch the paint of any car he passed by. He did not care about the make, model, or color of the car. He just wanted to ruin as many cars as possible. He targeted cars in different locations across the city, sometimes hitting multiple parking lots in one day. He usually acted at night or during busy hours, when there were many cars and few witnesses. He wore a hooded jacket and a mask to conceal his identity. He also avoided security cameras and guards as much as he could. He caused $500,000 in damage to 400 cars over several months. Some car owners had to pay hundreds or thousands of dollars to repair their vehicles. Others had to deal with insurance claims and deductibles. Some even lost their jobs or missed important appointments because of the vandal's actions. The police were baffled by the case. They had no leads, no suspects, no motives. They tried to increase patrols and surveillance in parking lots and garages, but they could not catch the vandal in the act. They also appealed to the public for any information or tips, but they received none. The vandal's luck ran out when he made a fatal mistake. One night, he scratched the car of an off-duty police officer who happened to be in the same parking lot. The officer heard the sound of metal scraping metal and went to investigate. He saw the vandal fleeing from his car and gave chase. He managed to catch him and detain him until backup arrived. The vandal was arrested and identified as a 25-year-old man named Kevin Smith. He had no criminal record, no mental illness, no grudge against anyone. He just liked to destroy things for fun. He confessed to all his crimes and showed no remorse. He was charged with multiple counts of vandalism and faced a long prison sentence. The damage caused by the petty vandal had a huge impact on the owners of the cars, who had to deal with the consequences of his senseless act. Depending on the type and extent of the damage, some owners had to pay hundreds or even thousands of dollars for repairs or replacements of their vehicles. Some of them had comprehensive insurance coverage, which can cover vandalism to a car, such as slashed tires, broken windows, or spray paint damage. However, even with insurance, they still had to pay a deductible, which can range from $0 to $2,000, and face a possible increase in their insurance rates. Moreover, insurance may not cover any belongings that were stolen or damaged inside the car, or any further damage caused by rain or other elements entering through a broken window. Some owners did not have comprehensive insurance coverage, which is optional in most states. They only had liability insurance, which is the minimum required by law and covers damage to other people's property or injuries in an accident that you cause. Liability insurance does not cover vandalism or any other damage to your own car that is out of your control. These owners had to pay for the entire cost of repairing or replacing their cars out of their own pockets. Some of them could not afford to do so and had to rely on public transportation or borrow cars from friends or family. Some owners decided to take legal action against the vandal and filed lawsuits to recover their losses. They had to prove that the vandal was responsible for the damage and that they suffered financial harm as a result. They also had to deal with the hassle and expense of hiring lawyers, gathering evidence, and going to court. Some of them won their cases and received compensation from the vandal or his parents, if he was a minor. Others lost their cases or settled for less than they deserved. Some cases are still pending and may take months or years to resolve. The damage caused by the petty vandal was not only a financial burden but also an emotional one for the owners of the cars. They felt violated, angry, frustrated, and helpless. Some of them suffered from stress, anxiety, or depression. Some of them lost their trust in their neighbors or community. Some of them feared that it could happen again. The petty vandal may have thought that he was just having fun or making a statement, but he did not realize how much harm he caused to hundreds of innocent people.